From its deep roots in ancient alchemical traditions to its undeniable role in today's society, alcohol embodies a profound and fascinating paradox. On one hand, it promises temporary relief from life's challenges, while on the other, it often conceals deeper layers of truth. What if the bottle of alcohol sitting quietly on your shelf carried a secret, a connection to ancient mysticism so extraordinary that it could transform the way you perceive reality forever? Few people realize that the origins of the word alcohol are tied to ancient languages and practices, holding a depth of meaning that transcends the substance itself. The term alcohol comes from the Arabic word AL-Kuhul, initially describing a finely powdered substance derived from antimony. This powder, used as kohl, was applied to the eyes, enhancing not only physical sight, but also symbolizing a deeper spiritual clarity, a way of seeing beyond the surface. In ancient traditions, vision was not merely a sensory experience, it was a metaphor for understanding profound truths hidden within the fabric of reality. Over time, the meaning of alcohol evolved, becoming associated with the essence extracted through alchemical distillation. This essence represented a transformation of crude materials into something pure and powerful, embodying both physical refinement and spiritual transcendence. Alchemy, the precursor to modern chemistry, was as much a spiritual practice as it was a scientific one. The process of distillation, central to the creation of alcohol, symbolized the separation of the pure from the impure. In mystical terms, it reflected the journey of the soul through trials and challenges, emerging refined, enlightened, and closer to the divine. Distillation wasn't just about creating a physical product, it was a mirror for the inner processes of self-improvement and spiritual awakening. But herein lies the paradox. While alcohol, the product of refinement, holds symbolic ties to transcendence, its consumption often leads to the opposite: disconnection and obscurity. The duality of alcohol becomes apparent when we consider its effects. As a physical substance, it alters perception, creating a fleeting illusion of liberation. Yet this sense of freedom is not genuine transcendence, but rather a temporary escape. Unlike meditative states or prayer, which elevate consciousness and bring clarity, alcohol dulls the mind, anchoring the soul to material existence. Mystical traditions often describe the soul as a radiant flame or a spark of light, yearning to reconnect with its divine source. Alcohol, by lowering the body's vibrational frequency, dims this light, making it harder for the soul to resonate with higher spiritual realms. The effects of alcohol can be likened to a veil, obscuring the innate connection between the soul and the divine. While spiritual practices aim to cultivate awareness and a heightened sensitivity to subtle energies, alcohol diminishes these faculties. Over time, this disconnection can manifest as feelings of stagnation, confusion, and a lack of purpose. For example, the pineal gland, often referred to as the third eye in mystical traditions, is believed to facilitate spiritual insight and intuitive perception. Regular consumption of alcohol dulls the sensitivity of this gland, severing individuals from their inner guidance and intuitive clarity. This cycle of indulgence and disconnection reflects the broader concept of samsara in Eastern spiritual traditions. Samsara, the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth, is driven by attachment and suffering. Alcohol epitomizes this cycle through its effects. A brief moment of euphoria is inevitably followed by a crash, creating a desire to repeat the experience. This mirrors the soul's entrapment in worldly pleasures, endlessly seeking satisfaction, yet never finding true fulfillment. Like the karmic cycle of samsara, alcohol keeps individuals tethered to patterns of indulgence and dissatisfaction. But why does alcohol hold such an appeal? At its core, the human desire for intoxication reflects an unconscious yearning for transcendence. The temporary relief and altered states provided by alcohol mimic the bliss and unity experienced in true spiritual connection. However, because alcohol is a material substance, it can only offer a shadow of the real thing. Instead of fulfilling this longing, it deepens the soul's disconnection, acting as a counterfeit substitute for the inner work required to achieve lasting spiritual growth. True liberation comes from recognizing this yearning and redirecting it toward practices that offer authentic transcendence. Spiritual disciplines like meditation, chanting, and selfless service provide a pathway to the profound states of joy and awareness that alcohol only simulates. By turning inward and embracing these practices, seekers can break free from cycles of dependency and rediscover their connection to the divine. The history of alcohol reveals its dual nature. While its origins in alchemy and mysticism tie it to the principles of refinement and transcendence, its misuse often leads to entrapment in lower states of being. Ancient wisdom consistently emphasizes awareness, clarity, and inner connection as the keys to spiritual freedom, qualities that alcohol diminishes. To transcend the illusions and cravings that alcohol perpetuates, one must recognize the soul's true longing for divine union. This perspective is echoed in the teachings of great mystics like Rumi, who often spoke of intoxication in his works. For Rumi, however, intoxication was not physical, but metaphorical, symbolizing the overwhelming love and joy of divine union. His references to wine were never about physical indulgence, but about the ecstasy of connecting with the divine. Physical wine, he warned, provides only a fleeting escape, while divine love offers boundless and eternal joy. Spiritual teachers across traditions, including Osho and Paramahansa Yogananda, have also cautioned against alcohol's effects. Osho described alcohol as a barrier to mindfulness, dulling the senses and creating a false sense of liberation. Yogananda emphasized that alcohol disrupts the harmony of the body and mind, making it harder to achieve the stillness required for deep meditation and self-discipline as the true paths to liberation. Throughout history, sacred traditions have viewed alcohol as both a symbol of divine communion and a potential hindrance to spiritual progress. In Christian scripture, wine represents the blood of Christ, symbolizing unity with the divine. However, excessive drinking is condemned as a path to folly and disconnection. This duality reflects alcohol's potential to either elevate or obscure the soul's spiritual journey, depending on how it is approached. As drunk, mystics have long described true spiritual intoxication as the ultimate goal of the soul, a state of overwhelming love, joy, and clarity achieved through union with the divine. Unlike the numbing effects of alcohol, spiritual intoxication awakens the senses and brings profound insight. Practices like meditation, devotional chanting, and acts of compassion cultivate this state, allowing seekers to transcend material limitations and connect with their higher selves. It's time to lift the veil, break free from illusions, and reclaim your divine connection. If this message resonates with you, subscribe now and share it with others who are ready to embark on a journey of spiritual awakening. Together, let's uncover the hidden truths and embrace the transformative power of genuine transcendence.